it's something that at first was daunting to me, because, when you've been out of school for that long, it's like, how do you go back to being a formal student, right?
Yeah.
How do you go back to having deadlines for assignments that don't really actually mean anything in the long run, right?
Yeah.
And I think you've got a little bit of experience with that too, with being out for a little bit and then coming back, right? And so, that was a bit of a struggle for me, and it was a little bit of what slowed me down too. But something that really slowed me down and really made me think about it before I decided to go like jump in the deep end here with Michelle, Dr. Lawing and everything, was that, my undergraduate mentor, Chris Marshall, he told me that, it really takes 100% of you, but 100% of so many other people to go for an advanced degree and to work towards an advanced career in science, right? And it's unfair, not only to you, but to those people who guide you and mentor you, to not be fully in it, And so I've held that with me for a long time, and then it finally in 2024 I was like, you know what, I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's get in here. Let's make this happen, right? And so it's I think it's benefited me in the long run in a lot of ways to have taken this major gap. Not a gap year, a gap decade and a half. Right? Right? But it's given me a lot of room to really like think about my perspective on the science that I'm doing for my dissertation. If I feel like if I'd have gone straight into this from a master's or just a year or two of being at the institute, I would have had a very different approach to how I'm doing things now. I've the conservation angle of what I do now is really where I like to take things, right? So it's taking the data-driven results of science and then actually applying that science, and then how does that fit into kind of the socioeconomic impacts of species conservation, and being in a state like Texas, like we've got a really good perspective on that too, I think, because so much of the decision making that's done in this state
is very tied
economically tied, right? And so how do you get people who are worried about their life savings and their longevity and their families and their properties to care about turtles? Right? And so that's really helped me with kind of framing how I talk about science now.